Welcome to the 2020 Brewtubers Online Brewers Club Yeast Experiment. Brought to you by our proud sponsors. Woody's Homebrew Store. Use code BREWTUBERS for 10% off your entire order and get free shipping on any order over $58. Go to www.woodyshomebrew.com. Imperial Yeast, a half stainless steel mash panel sponsor of the Brewtubers Online Brewers Club and official yeast provider of the Yeast Experiment. Imperial Yeast offers brewers of all sizes access to world-class yeast and the best possible customer and technical support. Be sure to grab a pack or two now at your local homebrew shop or Woody's Homebrew. And lastly, Hopsteiner, the official hops provider of the 2020 Yeast Experiment. Get brewing.
Hey guys, I'm going to put these Yeast Experiment beers out there. I've got 4. I'm going to start with mine. That's WLP 644. I'm going to do Mike Dean, which is the Imperial Flagship. Then the Exit 12 guys at JOYSTICK. Then 824 Dry Hop. I can't remember who did that. But I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. That's about 20 some odd minutes. I was going to do 8, but it was going to be about an hour. That's a lot. That's a long time. So I'm going to put them out probably 3 or 4 different videos. I still got 6 beers to go. So anyway, sit back, enjoy these. Please, my review skills are awful. I'm going to this totally blind. I didn't do any research on any of the yeasts. So we're going to get an evaluation of what the yeast do with the malt bill. You're going to notice that I keep going back to comparing everything to Mike Dean's beer and my beer. So, which really you should be comparing everything to Mike Dean's beer, but I can understand you're going to want to compare everything to your beer. So hold on. It's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. We'll have probably 2 or 3 more videos after this, not tonight, and here we go. Hey guys, it's Wally. I am going to start off the 2020 Yeast Experiment beer reviews. I'm going to start with mine. Why? Because I don't want to come down here and be like, hey, let's do a review, and nothing but foam. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with this one and go from there. I got my score sheets. All this stuff is going to get scanned, emailed to main brew guy Gary, and he'll compile a list, set up the charts, hit little buttons, boop, 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 and kind of have everything we need. Kind of information going forward with everybody else. So let's get a real quick look at the beer. This beer it's not as clear in this glass as it is in just like a regular pint glass, but it's cleared out quite a bit. It's got a nice little, one finger head kind of sticking around right now. Carbonation is streaming, so I'm going to fill this out as we go. And this is WLP 644. So yeah, I'm going to go through and kind of talk about the yeast. So we'll go through here. I'm going to try to keep it not grading as a style so much as keep it as a kind of a, this is how the yeast plays with this particular beer. So yeah, everything. Right now there's some orange in the background. Maybe a little bit, it almost smells spicy, almost like there's some rye or something in it, but there's not. I think that's Centennial. I think that's a lot of Centennial coming out in it. A little bit of Citra in there, but you can't really, Centennial is overpowering on my particular beer. A little bit of spice, on the taste. More of like an orange marmalade type flavor to it. little bit of spice. WLP 644's got this kind of, it's kind of got this, for me, it's sort of a Brett-ish type flavor profile to it, where it's got something in the background that's just not quite, there's something odd about it, which is appealing to me. But it's not Brett. This is not Brett. But there's like a spiciness, kind of a funkiness to it. It's kind of on the nose. But really there's this kind of orange, kind of marmalade thing going on. Let's see here. Well, I think I'm going to need to get into more beers before I can really kind of sit down and tell a lot of differences. This is my first beer. So anyway, guys, that's it. I'm going to keep this one short. I'm going to try to keep all of them short. I got 13 total to do. So, all right, guys, cheers. See you in the next one. All right. It's Wally, and I am back for the second beer review of the 2020 Yeast Experiment, Brewtubers Yeast Experiment. Now, this beer, Kick-Ass IPA, is brought to you by the Dean's List. So, all right. This is the really the control beer. This whole recipe is basically a kind of a tweak of Mike's old school recipe. So this is Imperial Flagship, which is Chico, which is US05 1056. WLP was it 0001. So it'd be all the same strain. So this is the control. This is pretty close to what Mike usually brews when he does an old school IPA. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. And same cascade, same hop schedule, same water profile. Everything's the exact same other than the yeast. Boom. So, nice pour. And I expect this one to be a lot clearer than mine. It looks like there's some stuff in the bottom of the bottle, but we'll turn this around. So you can see, yeah, the clarity would be a little bit better, but I did dump some, I dumped the dregs in there. A similar color than mine, This looks to be maybe a little bit more brown than mine. So let's see here. Fill that out before I forget what I'm doing. So kind of get down to the aroma, do some flavor stuff. This is all based on hops. I mean, yeast. What the yeast does to the beer. It's not a judge of brewing styles, not a judge of brewing capability. It's just a way to compare how the yeasts modify the taste of the beer. So smell, very classic American IPA scent. It's got that. It's got some like biscuity, crackery maybe. It's got some more like a dark orange kind of flavor, almost like an orange kind of marmalade kind of flavor. A little bit of dankness to it, but it smells very much like a classic American IPA. Maybe a little bit of sweetness in there, which there is honey malt in this. But I'm sure this finished fairly low. Mike's does not have OG final gravity brew date, fermentation schedule, all this stuff on here. Not a big deal. But yeah, there's some citrus in the background. Not picking up any of the Simcoe dry hop. A little bit of sweetness as I touch my face. Let me touch my face. So a little bit of that spiciness in the background. Not bad. It does have Citra. The Citra hops are definitely more prevalent here, but the Centennial are still right up there. This one's more bitter. This one's got some bite to it. They had a 45-minute edition, then a 10-minute, then a whatever. I'd have to go find the paper and tell you guys what it is, but this one's got some bitterness to it. A little more bitter than I expected. Which that can also be attributed to the yeast. It's got kind of a bubble gummy kind of thing going on. But when you think American IPA, definitely American IPA. All right, guys, I'm out. I'm gonna go and write down some notes. I'm gonna move on. Cheers. Hey guys, another yeast experiment beer. I'm gonna try to get multiples done a day, so I can kind of get these out of the way, so I don't hold anybody up. Let's see, stinking tape. Tape. It's like that old man standing behind you at the store that wishes you would hurry up, or the cashier would just hurry up, and all he does is just puff and puff. So today's yeast experiment is brought to you by Exit 12, and they did, let's see, they did Imperial Joystick A18, which I know nothing about Imperial Joystick, so we're going to learn this together. See, the pitch says 61 degrees. Day one, it was 62. 5 days at 65. Cold crashed it for 8 days. Then we all dry hopped for a single day. So yeah, these are Brandon and Nick from Exit 12. Man, crack! Nice hiss. A little bit of smoke. Here, ooh, there's nothing at the bottom. So anyway, this one pretty similar color to Mike's and mine, almost identical, we'll say. So let's go ahead and fill some paperwork out. Imperial Joystick A18. All right, so get a nose on it. The nose is a little bit sweet. Finished 10-16. That's about where mine finished. There's a sweetness on the nose. A tad bit of spice. Not much, just a little bit of spice. A little bit of dark orange, like an orange kind of marmalade. I shouldn't be doing this in front of you guys. Filling out. I'm filling it as I go. Sorry. I'm Sorry, okay? So the taste, it's a little bit sweet on the taste. The spice is still there, but it feels, and the bitterness is down a little bit. Now, proper or not, this beer compared to the USO5, a little bit sweeter. The spiciness and the maltiness is not there. This has more of a yeast-driven flavor. It's more of a kind of a malty beer. It's dry, but it's not super dry. USO5 is super dry. Or FLAGSHIP or 1060, whatever. 1056, sorry. Get my numbers messed up. But this, it's got a slight sweetness in the flavor. This kind of downplays the Centennial. My beer and Mike Dean's beer, you could really pick out the Centennial in it. Mike's, you could get more Citra out of it. This one, I'm not really getting a whole lot of Citra out of it. Centennial's kind of pushed in the background. It's juicy. It's more juicy than anything. So, yeah, I would say that. And that's kind of it. I'm gonna end it there. Fill out some more notes, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, guys. Cheers. All right, guys. It's Wally. I'm back for another yeast experiment review. So, all right. Today's review is brought to you by the Cooper Brewing Company. Let's see. Yeast Experiment 2020. Original gravity 166. 1.066. Final 1.023. 5.6% is brewed February 7th, kegged the 16th. Imperial A24 dry hop. A24 dry hop. So there we go. This is it. That's the it. We'll get it cracked. We'll do some stuff. Do some things. Nice hiss. A little bit of smoke. I was concerned that this thing leaked a little bit. That's why you see the label the way it is. And I had to rinse it off because the inside of the bag was wet and it stank like stale beer. Now, after getting the cap off, there was some crust on the lip, and maybe it did leak a little bit. Once I cleaned it up, I brought it down here and put it underneath my capper, and I gave it a couple quick sharp jolts just to try to kind of reposition it or retighten it if it had come loose. But it's still carbonated. There was a hiss there, so there's some carbonation in there, so we'll see how well it's carbonated now. And it's carbonated, so I mean, maybe if it did leak, it's not enough. The lid didn't leak enough to kill the carbonation in it. So I'll let the carbonation out. All right, so let's go with aroma. So orange. What I'm getting here, and what I'm also getting, I'm getting Centennial on this. Maybe some Simcoe. There's more. It's got grapefruit in it. There's more grapefruit than orange. It's still that kind of. There's a common kind of dark orange aroma to me. There's a grapefruit also. But this one's probably more grapefruit forward in the nose. It's also it's got kind of a vegetal kind of smell, real super faint. Not a bad thing. Yeah, let's get into the taste. There's no spice in this one at all. Not on the nose. On the taste, it's it's there a little bit. For beer that finished at 1023, it's still kind of dry. There's not really a sweet taste to it. But there's absolutely no spice on the nose to me. Almost maybe a little bit of bubble gum there. It's pretty good though. Let's see. It's got the grapefruit's not in the taste. Let me look at my bald head. I'm definitely thinking the Centennial is coming through on this, on the taste. It's 1023 beer. It's not a sweet 1023 beer. It's a little dry, but it's malty at the same time. But yeah, it's got a nice mouthfeel. The body on this one's more fuller than probably the other beers that I've had. But it should be. It's 1023. The other one's finished at 1016, 1010, all that good stuff. Let's see. I'm really running over on this one. It's clean. The hops, the taste, maybe it's a bit muted for this particular IBU level, I'm going to say, maybe. It's not bad. I think maybe this would probably play well maybe if it was a little more dry hop in it, maybe a little more IBU, a little more late edition stuff. Excuse me, it's well carbonated. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Go ahead and fill out some more notes, and we'll see you guys later.